Hello everyone, my name is SurrealBeliefs and welcome back to another online battle. And here with me is Tokshen again. We're fighting as not only the Empire, but the Greenskins too. And we're fighting a faction involving the Bretonnians and Greenskins. Hey Tokshen.
Hey everybody, how's it going? The enemy players have kind of turtled up here around their trebuchets and doom diver catapults in the mid. How about we go over our armies? What did you bring?
Okay, I brought in, alright, keep in mind I will change it in the future, but when I play the Empire, I've got to build. I've got my great cannons, I have my halberds, I have my demigryphs, I've got my Karl Franz, all of that going on. And in the very beginning, I began to shoot his Grell Knights. He wasn't paying attention, and I was able to kill quite a few. He's at 22 now, but if you look up on that hill, they did lose a lot. What about you? What did you bring?
I brought a two-force attack squad here, led by Azag on no mount, because I was silly and didn't bring one. I have 3 black orcs, I have 1 troll, I'm bringing a chariot, something that I've never been able to do really well with. I also have a group of savage orc boy biggins, and then over here I have a side stealthy force of the knight goblins. I'm giving them a shot here. We have 4 fanatics for frontline, and then also 4 fanatic archers. Actually, right. I'm sorry, no, not fanatics, but normal night goblin archers. Also have 2 goblin wolf riders here, and I was trying to lure these Pegasus knights into the range of my night goblins so I can do some damage. Doesn't really work too well.
No, it does not. I'm watching it right now and I'm judging it. Oh man, yeah, they flew away. They were having a great day. Yeah, no, they turtled up completely. Oh yeah, sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I'm also leading them with a night goblin shaman as well, so they have a little leader as well.
That is correct, and here I go. They're beginning to shoot at me a little bit. I have my cannons moving up. Yeah, it's a pretty big map, and they were all beginning to turtle up. So, I mean, like, as usual, we're having to go on the offensive. As usual, we always do. And I remember the battle being pretty hard. There's one player here that you'll be seeing 2 more times in the future. I didn't know that we actually played him before, but yeah, we play him 3 times total, and he's one of the better players that we have faced. So it should be a pretty fun battle to watch. It's pretty long, too.
Yeah, a lot of this is getting in position, trying to maneuver so that we can get a surround on the enemy force here, because again, they're positioned like, hey, you got to come to us. Oh, also forgot to point out, they're actually using an Arachnarok, which I don't see often in multiplayer.
I love them. They're great.
I've also never used one yet. I really need to try them out.
They have armor piercing and poison, but they do lack terror, which is a curious thing. I mean, you think that that would instill fear. I don't know, maybe arachnophobia, maybe? I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh, maybe. I don't know.
Like that B movie, Arachnophobia, which actually gave me a fear of spiders. Huh, go figure.
I don't know if I've ever watched that one. Yeah, right now I'm trying to just get my goblin wolf riders to lure the enemy force away, trying to distract them from also the great cannons, so that they don't notice that Surreal's just pounding them with great cannons.
Yeah,
so that's all I'm doing right here. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am.
I got a couple of bow shots on the king here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm watching you do that. I just wanted to go over how my Grell Knights were beginning to move up right over here, but unfortunately they've got Pegasus Knights and I cannot hit them. They're flying above me, they're mocking me, potentially shitting on me. I'm not too sure though.
Let's hope that's not the case.
Yeah, maybe. Alright. Yeah,
looks like they are doing a lot of damage to one of your great cannons.
Yeah, they're doing a lot. They brought in a lot of filled trebuchets. They brought in a lot of doom divers, or at least 1, but 1 is enough. And I'm trying to shoot back, but it's really not going very far. I did manage to destroy 1 doom diver, but that is about it. I did a lot of damage. My great cannons, as usual, do a lot of damage, but I'm not used to having a foe actually shoot back at me. Usually I'm shooting at them, and that is it.
Yeah, it sucks when the foes fight back.
Real quick, I also began to aim at the black orcs. I didn't notice how they were all lined up, and I was like, perfect. And I began to shoot at them a lot, and they do lose a lot of black orcs. Yeah,
it's basically you're just playing bowling right now with the great cannons. Ooh,
yeah,
also you're getting hit by the Pegasus Knights. Your demigryph Knights getting hit.
Oh yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, they're not fighting my halberd ones, which would have destroyed them immediately. Now they're flying away. There we go.
Dude, demigryph Knights with halberds are just insane.
Ridiculous, man. Yeah, you really have to bog them down. Like in a later fight that we do fight, I use my zombies to try to bog them down. You cannot let them fight any unit on their own. They will destroy you. You've got to find a way to just completely focus them completely down. They're not cheap. If you take them out, they're gone. Also, a spell can work quite nicely, like a what's it called? Fate of Bajuna or Buna, however you pronounce it. That is actually quite effective. It will do a lot of damage.
The Lore of Death, which that spell is from, is just, I think, one of the best multiplayer lores to play with, because, like you said, the Fate of Bajuna, and then its counterpart, the single target version of that, Spirit Leech.
Yeah,
I think?
yeah.
You can like
Very
snipe
strong.
heroes and snipe units. Like the Lore of Death is just really good for multiplayer.
Very good. Oh, the trebuchets are actually doing damage. I can't believe it. And you know how much I hate them. I hate them a lot.
I get a lot of shit from Surreal whenever I bring a field trebuchet for Bretonnia.
Wow.
You want to talk about somebody who has no love for field trebuchets, man? I'm sorry they're not great cannons, Surreal. I'm sorry we all can't be the Empire with all their guns.
Yeah, you should be, though. They're great. But yeah, no, he actually does a lot of damage because I am blocked up, because you know how I like to fight. I like to fight in a very set formation, no matter what. And so far, it's really worked out pretty well. I'm beginning to shoot him now with my handgunners, and I'm beginning to hit their men-at-arm polearms, which are very effective. You have taught me a lot about Bretonnia, and I actually do respect them, just not their field trebuchets.
Hey, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's totally
All right,
fair, actually.
okay.
I don't respect them that much either.
But they have a lot of range, and I remember them doing a lot of damage. I mean, they brought in archers and just a bunch of bowmen and trebuchets. I mean, they were ready to camp it up, like they're doing now.
And it's definitely the peasant bows that you got to watch out for against Bretonnia. They can deal a lot of damage, and they have the range of the crossbows.
And I'm having to charge in now. Your black orcs are not moving yet. I think you definitely had a lot more to micromanage than me. You were fighting on 2 fronts, and that is a lot.
Yeah, I do remember this. You're having to remind me about my black orcs, because I was trying to kite with goblin wolf riders on the left side.
Right.
I'm trying to move my night goblin army into position to get behind him so I can take out all their archers.
Right.
And yeah, I had some micromanagement problems here.
Man,
But there you go, man.
Yeah, I begin to clash in, but they really messed me up. I mean, I'm not really used to my opponent doing that much damage, but they did a lot, and I'm trying to fight that giant spider, which is a pain to break, to try to make that break. But if you look at it, in the very beginning, I was having a very tough time. Karl came in to help me out, but we were not doing well. I mean, they shot me up, they broke up my formation, and I believe that is when you're beginning to move in, and that really does kind of save me on my own front lines.
Yep, Azag and his black orcs are coming in. Well, actually just the black orcs, Azag's lagging behind, but yeah, man, that Ragnarok, that is a tough thing. How many hit points does this thing have?
I don't know.
Like 7,000, maybe 8,000, something like that at max?
Yeah, and I think I'm trying to focus it down now. Also, fanatics are crazy, man. I had no idea that that little move they had where they have like a giant iron ball and they spin and crap, that is effective. Oh, and here you go.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's why I brought my Night Goblin Fanatics, for the exact same reason. So that my front line had that special attack where they send out the goblin with a giant ball and or a ball and chain or whatever.
Right.
It's really cool.
You know, we've played that guy 3 times, and each time he's done pretty well at just kind of hurting my front line quite a bit. Because, I mean, usually my line never breaks in the very beginning, but here they are. Yeah, he broke me pretty hard. I actually thought that we weren't going to win. But you definitely came through here, because, I mean, if I remember right, you did a majority of the damage after we finally began the big fight.
Yeah, well, I was still trying to get my Night Goblins in position.
Right.
And then my Black Orcs are finally coming in.
And
man,
fair,
it is hard. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go on.
I was just saying, it's hard when you have Orc against Orc to actually tell who's who sometimes.
That is very, very hard. Later on, you'll be seeing a video where we play on snow, and I'm fighting as the orcs, and we're fighting more orcs, and I have a very hard time being able to tell who's who. The white is just a little bit too white when we're playing on a snowy map, so it's very hard for me to micromanage. And that spell you use, how many kills does your shaman have? Because, I mean, you use it twice.
Oh, the giant head thing?
Yeah.
I mostly use it for the debuff that it gives. Let me see if I can find my Night Goblin. Man, I hate replays that I can't select a unit, because I can't see what the spell is called.
Right.
Damn it. Well, that giant head, it gives a really good debuff, I think, for like 20 seconds for any unit that it hits. But anyway, my Night Goblin Shaman, it has 35 kills. Okay,
that's actually not too bad. Okay, I'm shooting with my handgunners. If you look at my line, I've got a bunch of them bunched up. I remember losing a lot of men. I mean, usually I did pretty well against Black Orcs, but yeah, those fanatics broke me up, and I had to charge in. I mean, we had to go to them. They were all prepped up, waiting, having a great day. You definitely began to break a lot of them. I wonder what exactly you did that caused them all to break so quickly. I'm not too sure.
It could have been the spell, also the Black Orcs, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. Did we select our leader?
I don't believe we did. I'm not too sure. I didn't see that message pop up. I do know that the only reason why I held on, I brought in a Empire captain. They're incredible. You always want a hero to be near your men. Yeah, sure, they can deal damage, but you want them to rally your men at the right time. If you do not have one fighting with your men, that is a waste of gold. Every time, they need to be with your men. Like right now, I'm buffing up my force, and they are doing a little bit better. I did use Hold the Line, which will give them +8 leadership, and we need more leadership. Okay.
You know, I need to start using those captains more when I play the Empire. I don't really ever bring them.
Oh, they're great. I love them. Okay.
As you can see, my Night Goblin force has been kind of wrapped up at this point. They're not very durable. Not very durable at all.
No, they're not. That Arachnarok did break, but unfortunately it's now going after my cannon way back here, but that's fine. My cannon got nearly 200 kills, and you know how I feel about my cannon. Did a great job. Okay.
Dude, you love your cannons.
I do. Karl is doing a
I
lot
see
of
your
damage.
Emperor's still there. Yeah, I was just about to say, Karl's...
My rule is absolute. Quick march. Formation.
Man, we are just like all over the place. Units have been routing and coming back. Oh, I remember this. On the right side, the Night Goblin archers came in with the Black Orcs again. I remember them giving us a lot of problems.
Yeah. That was a big issue for us in that battle. But yeah, usually I fight in formation, but they broke me that I kind of had to group up and charge in no matter where I was at. I had so few men, but I was able to keep them together again because of my Empire captain. And at the very end, I remember getting frustrated. They were shooting me up, and I was like, those damn archers, man, they were destroying me.
I remember. And that's why we're charging them right now. We're trying to take them out.
Right. Looking at it right now. Look at that. Constantly shooting, and they're debuffing me due to poison, which made it very, very hard. There's my Empire captain, 54 kills, which is really not bad. Again, he got kills and he kept my men together. Karl's still doing his own thing.
And it looks like you still have a full unit of demigryph knights, dude. I didn't even realize that.
Oh, right, yeah.
They're coming in towards the mid here.
Yeah, and right now I'm shooting at their leader, their king. Their king actually did beat me in a 1v1. Karl could not keep up. And right now I'm trying to take out their leader. I think that is when the game really does change up, when I try to hunt him down. But right now, he's trying to chase Karl, and that chase will go on for a long time. He's unable to catch him. I try to use my buff to kind of have him move a little bit faster. But yeah, it's a very crazy fight towards the very end. I didn't know who would win. I mean, we were definitely peaking in the advantage, but I think what really did help too was my demigryph knights.
Dude, yeah, the fact that they're still at full strength. A full strength of demigryph knights this late in the game is actually 2. Oh my god.
Yeah,
You
2 of
both of them have full strength still. I didn't even realize that. That is so crucial.
Correct, and you do have a majority of your blank orcs too, and if you have a lot of them that late in the game, it's going to go pretty well for you. It was definitely a very clustered up fight. We don't often have that going on, but that was very different. I did notice that every time we fight that one guy that we fought here, it becomes a cluster, and I do not know why. It tends to happen every time that we have fought him, because I'm usually pretty good about keeping information, but here, I could not do it. Not even a little bit.
I mean, it's really hard. You had units routing in every single direction, so after that happens, it's hard to get everybody back together because they're all still fighting. But yeah, this fight was everywhere.
Man,
and right now we're still trying to take out Grimgore.
Yeah. Now I know what you feel like when you're beginning to rout in the very start. Man, it's rough, huh?
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say Bretonnians can't hold the line? Are you trying to talk trash?
Yeah.
Don't talk trash about Bretonnia, all right?
There's my Empire captain.
Their king is chasing your stupid Karl away, isn't he?
And he got him. He got him. But we won. Doesn't even matter. At the very end, he got Karl. Doesn't even matter. Okay, let's go over our feed real quick. My demigryphs got a lot of kills as usual. My knights probably would have gotten a lot of kills too had I not even had demigryph knights. But if I look at it right now, Karl didn't do as much. Their king definitely kept me on point for that. My Empire captain did a lot. He basically was my MVP, keeping my lines together. My halberds were going to be torn apart. When you're fighting a lot of archers, your halberds are going to have a bad day. They're going to shoot you up. My handgunners did not do a lot too. He broke them up. So really, you definitely did the majority of the work there. My cannons in the very start did a lot, and I know that at the late game, my demigryphs did a lot of damage. but you definitely did a lot more.
Yeah, my Black Orcs did pretty well. A couple group, actually just one group of fanatics did well. I'm assuming they were going after maybe archers and crossbows for all the easy kills. My chariots did really nothing as they normally do because I can't really use them correctly. My trolls went really well, really well. I'll have you know, the Bretonnian field trebuchets for 700 gold, which I believe the 700 gold, getting almost 100 kills each is not bad. It's just not bad.
They did a lot better for once, and the Fig Bomb did a great job, but you will be seeing Liv Signe Navarsate, or whatever, however you pronounce it. You'll be seeing him again in the future, and he's a good opponent. But anyway, thank you for watching. Check out our channels down below, and until then.
Take care, everybody.